Sports Professor Rick Horrow, Beyond the Scoreboard, spotlight on Segra Field, Loudoun United. It's kind of noisy in the background, but it should be. I've done about 110 stadiums in my life, but this may be the most exciting because it was put together at the last minute with some time frames that have been successfully navigated and negotiated by one of the managing partners of the firm that called JLL. He'll tell you a little bit more about it. Bob Veschaney. Bob, how are you?
Rick, I'm well. How are
Good.
you?
I'm wonderful.
It's great to be here.
We're here giving birth to a baby that's going to seat 5,000 people. It's a $15 million facility. Loudoun County is basically fronted the money. Loudoun United is taking the risk. It's a public stadium for concerts and other events, and then it'll also be used for building the brand of soccer around D.C., and JLL has been basically the project manager and the group that's put the glue together to make this all happen. So give me the elevator speech about what you've been doing here and how frenetic it's been at the last minute here.
Yeah, you're right, Rick. It's super exciting to be here. It's been kind of a sprint to the finish as our team has worked to get everything ready for opening day. So JLL basically acted as the construction manager for the project, and so we had probably a 4 or 5 person team who oversaw the construction, worked with the architects, worked with the Loudoun United to make sure everything was planned and executed properly. And now that the venue is about to be open, we're also going to be providing the management of the facility itself, and so we're going to be involved on an ongoing basis with the operations of the stadium, not only for the Loudoun United games, but we're going to be running the facility when they do other events here that are either soccer related or just other entertainment events that occur here over the coming months. So.
Big deal for JLL, but also it's a win-win for everybody in the sense that this is a venue that basically is a catalyst for development in western Loudoun County. Loudoun County, for people that don't know internationally, is one of the fastest growing counties basically in the United States.
Yep.
It's also one of the most diverse. I'm told that it's from 8% to 16% Hispanic in the last decade. Really important soccer fans as well, but also this becomes the de facto community center of the region. Talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, it's just you're spot on. I mean, I think most people in the D.C. area know about the explosive growth in Loudoun County. For your listeners who don't know, it is one of the fastest growing counties in the country every year, and it's exciting to see the demographics change over the years as that has happened. And I really think that Segra Field and the Loudoun United are going to act as a great magnet for the community, not only from a professional soccer standpoint and bringing very high level USL professional soccer to the community, but also from a recreational standpoint and otherwise.
Well, and the other piece about this too is that this is it's not in a commercial office park. It's in a park, but surrounded by commercial development. JLL has a pretty unique perspective in the sense that you treat buildings not as a cookie cutter, but in many ways, process-wise, this is no different than a commercial office building. Why don't you explain?
Yeah, that's right. We're real estate professionals, right? And so we have a real estate mindset. So we look at everything from that perspective. And while it is first and foremost a soccer stadium, it's really going to be part of a broader mixed-use facility that incorporates recreation and entertainment uses, as I mentioned. And the other thing that's important to mention is that ultimately DC United is going to have their practice facility here, and we will be intimately involved with the teams and the county in developing that. And so I think that'll be a great addition to the facility, as well as anything that increases connectivity between DC and DC United and Loudoun County is a good thing.
It's a great deal, too. And just, by the way, this is not an indictment on the quality of what we're trying to do here, but they're getting ready for opening this facility in about a half hour. You hear some hammers, you hear some other things that are happening, and what's it like at the last minute of a major construction project? And I'm just not talking about a stadium, I'm talking about a skyscraper that you manage. It gets frenetic, right? It's all night.
It's really frenetic, and I can't take any credit for all the stuff that gets done. We have an incredible team, starting with Megan Pulowski, who not only runs the Audi field for DC United, but who has been intimately involved in the construction process for Segra Field. And then she's working with our construction management folks, Mason Osborne and Rob Elliott, who are incredibly good at what they do. And they're, just involved in, you hear a lot of noise in the background, but doing everything from, power washing or power spraying the asphalt to, finishing with some of the temporary concession tents, to making sure that the stands and the seats are in good shape and the field is all ready. So. There's a ton of things that are happening here at the last minute. It's kind of exciting to see. Final
issue for you, and you're uniquely qualified to talk about this. What's the one bit of advice as you're building a public facility, a stadium, a mass spectator facility, an office building? What's the one thing that's changed over time and is kind of a world-class company that does that? What's kind of the one thing you ought to keep in mind going forward if you're doing it?
Well, I think the big trend we're seeing in the sports and entertainment industry is the creation of these mixed-use environments. You mentioned it before, and while this is Segra Field and the Loudoun County facility here is more focused on recreation, what we're seeing is that whether it's Audi Field or Capital One Arena or SunTrust Park at the Battery in Atlanta, which we were involved in, sports franchises and owners and teams are focusing on creating these mixed-use entertainment complexes. And we think that is a big change in the industry that is just going to accelerate in the future.
Words to live by. Bob Veschaney, Managing Partner, JLL, at a noisy Segra Field, getting ready for Loudoun United's home opener. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
All right, Rick. Thank you.